you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on.
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
We have multiple people saying that you were touching the boys inappropriately.
Male predators are often recognized as the scumbags.
You are under arrest at the moment on suspicion of activity with a child.
So why would the lifeguards believe that you were grabbing the boys? Because that's what they said.
But their female counterparts can be just as evil and deceptive, especially when dealing with minors. Here are several instances when predatory women get caught red-handed by cops. Starting with Ida, a dimwit Karen who thought tugging a random teen's skirt in public was not only within her rights, but also her civic duty.
If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on.
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No. She touched both their hips and squeezed them, like pinched us, and said she was going to call Child Protective Services.
Did you think she was a minor?
Yes, I did. I actually thought she was, and that's why I was like...
I just don't understand.
So he got
I don't understand why
charged.
you went up and touched her.
On April the 22nd, 2024, an officer received complaints from a teenager who was publicly harassed on a bus by a complete stranger. When the officer arrived at the scene, he met the suspect to get her side of the story. Within a few minutes, the officer realized Ida was a typical Karen who couldn't understand why touching a random teen was inappropriate.
Are you Ida?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Good.
Good to meet you. So, these little girls have continued to incite a mob, and I've been harassed all day. Not only did you take it, they took it down from St. George Post and her Facebook, but now she put it on Instagram, and now she put it on TikTok.
Okay.
No, so remember you look at my Instagram account, and they've been harassing me all day. So I turn notifications off and everything, but they are trying to reach out to they're inciting someone that reaches out for personal information to people to get their personal information,
Okay.
or someone that is known to like hunt people down.
Okay. Like PI?
Not a PI, but someone that can, I don't know, what do you...
It's just a person that will either reach out to communities or through various ways they are able to obtain information and they share it.
As like a
to
private
people
investigator?
to achieve.
Yeah, as a private...
Whether the goal is to get somebody fired, to
Sure.
something like that. It's they
continue to tag this guy and reach out to this guy to find it, my personal private information.
Sure.
And all of my stuff is usually private anyway. I don't normally disseminate my stuff out there, but in this particular situation, I told them who I was because not only were there minors involved that were all seated around me, but my son was present as well. And so that's the only reason why I was like, listen, charges can happen. You're hanging out, your private parts are hanging out in private in front of minors. That's not something that you should take lightly, cover up. But it doesn't give them the right to disseminate my information publicly like that and to try to harass me to the extent that I've been having it. I believe I'm 100% in believing in freedom of speech but when you omit, delete, and make it seem like one situation is totally different than the other, and then accuse me of harassment without the facts, at some point something needs to be done, it needs to be stopped, and they have a reputation for doing this, which is why none of the minor kids wanted to get up and say anything. And so
The video she posted has currently reached 517,000 views.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just kind of blew up.
People
it's by
are
far her most viewed video. It just kind of.
And it's because she's putting me out there as a predator.
Karen. Just.
Yeah. The hard part is, even if it's edited and made and deleted, obviously you could be looking at slander if it's not completely true, but the fact that you did touch her skirt, she can claim, if she wants, she can claim battery, right?
While the cop tried to explain the severity of her crime, for some reason Ida paid no attention and was more focused on a viral video made by the victim recounting the situation.
And everyone thought she was a minor because she did look like a minor, and
Sure.
there was a ton of kids. It was the high school ball.
Did you think she was a minor?
Yes, I did. I actually thought she was, and that's why I was like...
I just don't understand.
So he
I
got
don't understand why you
charged.
went up and touched her.
I didn't touch her as a person.
I mean, you can find it. But you see how that looks, right?
I got a standing ovation from everyone that was seating behind me.
That's totally
because
beside the point.
It's protecting a kid by covering their private parts.
Correct, but that's not. your job to do.
Well, they weren't covering up, and
Call us. That's what I was trying to tell you.
I was trying to. You could see me on the video
You
trying
told
to
me that
dial the
it
phone.
would take too long for us to get there, so you didn't.
No, that's what But I was trying to dial you guys, but because they had everyone storming in, and you could see how they were being.
I thought she was battered. That's her claim.
No, that's her claim. That's her claim.
That's her claim, and all she knows is somebody grabbed her from behind.
No, because I told her that her parts were hanging out. And then when nothing was being done and all the little kids behind me were just staring, that's when I proceeded to cover, and I was trying to dial. I mean, you see me on the video where I have my phone in hand and I'm trying to dial, but I couldn't even dial. And then that's when the owner was coming up. So it's all
I understand that
perception.
there's inappropriateness with how she's dressed. I can totally understand that portion. I can understand that things got blown out of proportion, and I can understand your standpoint from it. But I guess, what do you want me to do?
Well, the post needs to come down, and they need to
That's freedom of
stop.
speech. There's no crime.
Not when
They can say whatever they want.
No, but I mean, they're reaching me all their little friends.
Have you told them to stop talking to you?
No, because.
Try that.
No, because then that is me instigating them.
But that's the only way that they can be harassing you. If you tell them to not contact you and then they contact you, then that's criminal.
Well,
If you don't say anything and you're engaging in it, then this is just a civil banter that. The unfortunate thing is you're held to a little bit higher standard than that.
Oh, but then if I engage in a conversation, then that makes it appear like
You don't have to.
I am.
I'm just telling you, I can't do much. Legally, there is no. I can't tell them to stop posting anything.
So what would be
It's
your
freedom of
best
speech.
advice for her to respond? Should she come up with a drafted response of, please do not contact me any further?
That's what I tell everybody that has any claims for any type of electronic communication harassment. The hard part was, if they do contact you, yeah, we're gonna have a crime. I'd have to contact these girls. But is that their real names? Where do they live? Like, I don't have their information. You don't know them. We just know that they have accounts.
I could look it up.
They
They've got
have business accounts with their information.
Okay.
And
then I can reach out to them if they continue to harass you. That's
and then
upon certain requirements.
and then not
Yeah.
only do I block them, and I just I block them and I take a screenshot, but they're now making up fake names.
Right, that's
fake
part of the
profiles.
harassment. So I haven't contacted them because I don't have any legal reason to yet. If you tell them to stop contacting you, then I can reach out to each one individually and tell them they can't contact you. It doesn't mean they have to put their videos down, but they can't contact you by indirect means or by direct means. So if they make a fake one, technically it's a Class B misdemeanor for every message they send after they've been advised by me or law enforcement that they cannot. Which it sounds like they're probably going to continue doing that, so they'll be looking at their own list of charges. But as far as legal, I know where you're coming from, but legally, I can't, and I would be unconstitutionally removing those videos.
With the video of the event out for the world to see, the self-righteous Karen was frantic that everyone would finally see her not as a victim, but as the hypocrite she really was.
See, the problem is that people, they're under the perception that I, for no reason approached her. I just touched her inappropriately, right?
For sure.
And if I was a mom and my daughter came and told me those circumstances, I would be pissed and I would be contacting you, right? But because they haven't done that, they're not willing to, and I haven't, addressed it. I haven't approached it. I haven't said anything. I've been pretty silent.
That's the best way to approach it, because everything blows over. The more you incite it, the more it's gonna get views. It's gonna blow up. Then the problem you're gonna run into is if she comes to the department because of this and she decides that she wants to sexual battery against you, it's gonna be her word versus yours, and your word versus hers for the lewdness. And I'm gonna end up submitting charges for both of you to an attorney for them to decide, because I wasn't there. I don't have witnesses. I don't have documentation. I have a video of that potentially is edited. I'm not gonna use that as evidence. So. That's what we could. I mean, each of you could equally be investigated right now. I would prefer that. I don't like charging people ever.
So that's the only reason why I was like, if you don't cover your private parts and someone goes and reports it, it's worse that you're 18 or 19 because you're an adult and there's right.
Sure,
so,
and it would have been perfect if we would have been there to help that.
Right.
Now we're in a limbo where you have acted in a capacity that was also inappropriate and illegal. Technically, as it is a crime. You cannot touch somebody if they do not want to be touched, and especially if it's in the area. If you pull her skirt down and that's touching her buttocks.
Well, I didn't touch her buttocks.
But her skirt is.
Her skirt was way beyond her buttock. I mean,
I'm saying what was she say?
Above her privates.
What will she say? And the classification for disorderly conduct for you touching her is nothing but is a class A. And how do we prove that?
Well, just contact your employers, let them know the situation, and that they might be getting.
Well, I talked to one of the attorneys, and they're like, I talked to my boss, and she was like, if she actually was showing her body parts and we can interview that 10-year-old, she's gonna get charged.
For sure.
And I was like, and that's what I was trying to avoid. I was trying to avoid anybody putting her in a predicament.
Do you know who
instead,
that 10-year-old was, or where to find him, or the dad, or anybody?
I know the little boy, well, because I was sitting there afterwards and the dad was like, thank God somebody did something. He's like, my son should not see that. And he goes, if I reported that. And that's how we got into the whole conversation with everyone seated in the area. And that's how we assessed they were all minors except for that dad.
I'm a parent. I understand where you're coming from. I would not want to see that either. I don't want my kids to see that.
Yeah.
But I can't approach that myself.
That's what the
even me, and she's being lewd. I don't have the right to cover her up. I can take her to jail, but I don't have the right to touch her. Or cover her up because I feel that's what's
her clothing.
or an extension of her. Same thing.
Her clothing. Well,
if you can.
What's really sad about this whole situation is that the men that actually wanted and could do something and wanted to do something out of fear didn't, because this is exactly what have happened.
Yeah,
and it would have been
that's the
worse.
world. That's where we live in now. Everybody's entitled to their pronouns and their hormones and whatever else, and unfortunately, that's just where we're at. And anybody can just claim anything, and most of it isn't true. Yeah. Most of it isn't true, and the other thing we have to look at, right, is, okay, 10-year-old witness comes forward, dad comes forward, everybody in that place comes forward, and then her group comes forward and says, nope, this is the clothing, this is what she saw, this is the documentation, these are the pictures that they actually have, and it shows that it wasn't right on their end, tampered or not. Now what? Now we're just back to the same square root of, well, let an attorney, as high up attorney, judge, whoever, they're going to have to make that determination at that point, because I wasn't there. I wasn't called. It's like a hit and run that happened 2 weeks ago for me. I'm like, well, how do I know this happened? How do I know you didn't take a hammer to your car? I know you didn't, but how do I prove it?
It's just goes hearsay, basically. And
it's totally hearsay at this point. If you have the only documentation we have is potentially a tampered video that doesn't meet slander. If all it is a posting without them like actually introducing something new to it that is false.
Despite several explanations, the entitled instigator still failed to understand the concept of boundaries and argued that it was her responsibility to pull the teen's skirt.
Due to the shortness of her skirt, it was like this, and you could see everything open. And that's why I was like, so I stood behind her, and I was like, go like this with my clothing, and I was like, you know, you should probably cover up. And then at that point, she turned and she was like that, and I was like, oh my God. And that's when the dad was like, cover up, you know, and then the mob rush of kids started coming in. And that's at that point where I was like, oh my God, like you need to cover up. And that's when I pulled her skirt down to cover up, because instead of like covering up and backing up and saying, okay, is my skirt down? No, she proceeded to like lift her arms and move with her friends, and it kept going further up and further up. And that's why I was like, oh my God, somebody like cover it up. And as you can see, they were mob rushing at me as I was trying to stand behind her to cover her butt.
And the information they might have is that they think you're something there. They don't know, but that's what they're hearing.
Correct.
That's
Exactly.
a protection aspect.
Yeah, but in this respect, you know, there's the issue that I have is that if they continue to hit somebody to try to hunt me down, then that's more than just putting the story out there. That's more than just posting a video and letting people decide for themselves, right? Now they are trying to get somebody to come and hunt me down and find me to put my personal information out there.
Yeah.
That is way
They can't
more.
post certain things about you, but it's not like
What
it's,
things would
like they couldn't post anything they couldn't post your social, they couldn't post your driver's license information, you know. I mean, maybe they could. It's still public. It's whatever's public record is not going to be as protected. But if you're talking like financial documents, you're talking
My
your social
address.
security. No, it's public database. It could be looked at. It could be looked at as an issue if you had somebody show up and that was the case. Then we have an issue that's the problem. But the reality is if they are. The best thing you could do is if you are feeling this way, because a lot of it's civil, right? I can't do a whole lot legally.
Right.
But you can still go to the 5th District Court and like obtain temporary POs and whatever, restraining orders, documents to where you can take action against them for that information if a judge sides with you on that. Because he could be like, yeah, I could see how having your address put out on there is a danger to you, because now if these people are going to be angry with you and they think that they're going to come find you because you touched this little girl, right, and then you got somebody showing up on your doorstep, now we have a problem. So they could look at it that way. But it's amazing what information isn't protected constitutionally. Now we have city stuff, but
is private and blocked, and like I don't disseminate anything on social media. We were actually, you know,
I changed her usernames and I altered her names to not include her.
a lot of my like
your best legal defense is to reach out to them and say, do not contact me. The police have been notified. If you reach out to me again, that will be a crime. And if it's clear.
Okay.
And if they continue to message you, they can say hello. They could say, ha ha, Class B misdemeanor.
Yeah, I stood my ground even though they had more.
Even standing your ground though, if you would have never touched her skirt, I mean, I'm filing on her all day.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I have that against her, and I would be reaching out for those witnesses to say, is this happening? Because if this is happening, we got a problem. But now, if I investigate this, it's most likely going to come onto you as well.
Making no progress with Ida, the officer moved on to question the suspect, who apparently had multiple eyewitnesses to corroborate her account.
So she came up, did that, and then she touches me, or she does that, and then she says, "You're underage, you should probably hide that. If you think I'm underage, why are you touching a minor at all? Especially if you think I don't have underwear on."
Yeah, the logic wasn't there.
No.
For me.
No.
That's why I was wondering when you mentioned that you thought she might be drinking, I thought there was a judgment issue maybe going on too.
Right. And then she came back up a second time after Avery came up. Our other friend Avery, fun fact, same name, she was standing right next to her. And the second time she came up, she touched both their hips and squeezed them, like pinched us, and said she was going to call Child Protective Services if she saw. And then the rest was on video.
I saw the video, and I think 57,000 other people saw it too.
Yeah.
When the first time, so she never said anything, you turned around, when the first touch, was that just skirt or was that your body?
No, that was my body and my skirt.
So my perspective was, because I
She saw
had a
it.
perfect view of it. She's sitting on the bed trailer, and it looked like she got up and said something to her husband or the dude that she was with, handed him something, and then she just sassily walked right up to her, and I don't think she said anything. She just pulled the skirt down, then says something, and then walks back. And then that's when I told her, I was like, hey, she just pulled her skirt down, that was weird.
And then we all started
Yeah,
talking.
so then there's this group, they're talking, they're saying this stuff, they're all looking at her for probably maybe 80 seconds, 90 seconds. And then she gets up again, comes over, and that's when they started going back and forth. I let her go for a sec, and then I went over and was just kind of tripped her. I'm like, what are you doing? Don't talk to her, you have no right, blah, blah.
And there was mention of where she was saying, I don't want to, in the video she said, I don't want to see your whole cheeks, right?
Yeah, but yeah.
And even if it was a little bit of, let's say, butt exposed, right? You're not talking your correct?
I had
So-
shorts and underwear on.
And so she's also claiming that they couldn't have been on because she saw, like I said,
And fallen, yeah.
in detail, that's why I asked those questions, just to see.
She's a video of her going to the house.
I got that video, and that's why, so I can confirm that too. I'm just checking that you were wearing underwear. You were wearing shorts over your underwear, underneath the skirt.
Footage? Okay.
And the full video and everything.
The footage of the restaurant?
Oh no, they have.
I'm in contact with the boss, and I asked her before any of this was happening if I could have the footage, and
She just requested that I go ask.
Huh?
Did she request that
Well,
I
she
ask?
said So she asked her husband to send it to her, and apparently he was working without her or something, and they both decided to just send it into you guys instead, like you guys take it over. But I don't think they've sent it in.
They would need like an incident number, which I can give.
Yeah,
and I can even go pick it up. It'll be pertinent now. So really, she came forward with claims of the harassment because she was being
Harassed.
That's not harassment. It's not. There's free speech. You can put the video. She was worried about the videos. Now, when it comes to the messages that were going to like her Facebooks and stuff, she was replying back, but like some of them were derogatory enough that it could be looked as harassment. But it doesn't sound like that was any of y'all.
No.
Fake accounts.
Was TikTok does its thing?
Yeah,
it goes
it went so viral that like this world, the world works.
Yeah, and she was worried about her safety for sympathizers. Like if they showed up her house, her personal information gets aired. Obviously, she's worried about that. She has kids. Like, I told her that's all valid. Nobody should be going that far with this. But it's not that. It's not asking for people to do that, right? So it's still free speech. You can post a video. So that part's not the harassment, right?
Everyone saw it. So.
Right.
We had people. I had someone come up to me in the middle of the restaurant, and he pulled me over. It was the people that she turned to after she talked to us. He was like, "I'm so sorry that happened. Like, are you guys okay?" And I was like, "We're fine."
That's probably why she told me she doesn't want to involve her son at all.
Having the full context of what had happened, the officer had no choice but to drop the good cop persona and teach Ida the hard way the importance of respecting strangers' boundaries.
Okay, so I told you I'd do a full investigation if they came forward, right? So they came forward with their side of the story. I only had yours. After listening to everything Tortelli about everything going on, I've talked to Sakura. I got some of their video. I've got the TikToks. I think most everybody in the city has that TikTok. And then we've got your statement, her statement. So I try to make it as unbiased and fair as I can, right? I do have some concerns from what I've been told by them. Obviously, some things you've also told to me, right? Even when we talk two wrongs don't make a right, when we were talking about that, I said, there's criminal behavior that's happened regardless. And the other aspect was, if she was exposed and there was a lewdness aspect, would I investigate it? Absolutely. And that was the other claim, right? Those are two little things. The electronic communication harassment we've addressed. Everything that's come in now is going to be from who knows where. I even mentioned, like, I don't even live in the country, some of these text messages that you're getting. If anything comes in further, you're probably going to have to report that to Santa Clara where you live for the electronic side, because that's going to be now an internet-related crime that's not related.
Well, it's happening while I'm at work, like during business hours while I'm at work, which is why
in the city?
Yeah.
Where are you working? Typically with something like this where I don't have video, if I didn't have video footage, it'd probably be going a different route with this because there's video footage and because of the claims made, and I have to protect victims. Today you're going to be placed under arrest for battery. Okay? So that's the unfortunate side of all this.
You're arresting me?
Yeah, right now you are under arrest, okay? So if you just face my sergeant and you put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Don't reach in your purse, please.
No, I was just trying to put that.
Just follow those instructions.
And just relax your hands, sir.
Do you have a vehicle here?
Yeah, I do.
It's something that
No.
We can keep it
you need to
protected.
call, come get your car.
I'm sorry, what?
Is there somebody we can call for you to have them come pick up your vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is it you want to call?
Probably my 17-year-old is at home. So.
Control.
Just double lock them so they don't cinch your button. That way they won't cinch on you. I know it's unfortunate, Ida, but what should I do?
Well, I
These are
mean,
the facts of the
honestly,
case.
I was honestly thinking she was a minor, and she should probably keep it covered because of the kids that were.
But also, a minor to minor is a lot different than an adult to a minor. It'd be worse if she was an adult, no?
Well, no, I was looking at it from a mother's perspective, like.
What do you have any type of pocket? I don't.
Yeah, I do.
I'll just search those instead of going
I don't
into
have
everything. You don't have anything concealed on you that's illegal? No guns, bombs, that kind of stuff? Wearing a bra?
Yeah.
Nothing in your bra?
No.
Okay, they go through a body scanner, so just tell everybody that. I'm not concerned with you. You in the back of the head, are you going to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I honestly
These are just
like.
standard questions we have to ask everyone.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'd do a full search on you, but I understand
Yeah.
the circumstances here, so you can just walk this way. Don't want you to fall. These ones work, so I don't have to reach over. You just slide in. Backwards is the easiest.
Oh, I actually can get in.
Okay, watch your hands.
In the end, she was charged with 1 count of battery. Predators of any kind are scumbags, but the worst humans ever are those who prey on kids with special needs. Unfortunately, this was the case for Allison, a special education teacher who exploited her students' trust to satisfy her twisted desires.
You know why we're here? No? Any idea? Do you want to move away from the house to speak to?
I don't feel comfortable talking without my attorney present.
Okay, no problem.
I don't have a phone. It got destroyed, actually. I lost it today and got run over.
Okay, do me a favor, go like this.
I do have a lot of medical issues, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
On June the 26th, 2024, officers launched an investigation after receiving reports of an inappropriate, intimate relationship concerning an underage individual. During their examination, the cops uncovered thousands of lewd messages exchanged between Allison and her student. Armed with this evidence, the cops arrived at the pervert's residence and got right to business.
Good evening.
Yes.
Detective Hernandez, Rio Borough Police Department. Is Allison home? May I speak with her, please? Now we'll talk to her out here. Thank you. Hey, Michelle. How you doing?
Hi.
Detective Hernandez, Rio Borough Police Department. Detective Correa, Detective Hobbs. You know why we're here? No? Any idea? Do you want to move away from the house to
I
speak
don't
to
feel
her?
comfortable talking without my attorney present.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
We have a warrant for your arrest, so we're gonna take you in. Is there anything on you that you want to leave with your family?
No, my glasses come with me. Do I have medication that I need to bring with me?
If you take medication, I will highly suggest for you to have someone get it for you. Okay, just give me a second.
I don't have a phone. It got destroyed, actually. I lost it today and got run over.
Okay. Just have them bring the medicine.
Okay.
Here, I gotta put you under cuffs, so.
Okay.
All right?
Joints are very fragile.
I'm not gonna hurt you in any shape or form. This is gonna go on gently. Right? Still good?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay?
Okay.
Give me a second.
My husband's here with my kids.
Okay. Thank you, and I see your parents there.
Yeah, my parents are here. They're fine. My kids are safe.
All right. Do me a favor, go like this.
I do have a lot of medical issues. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Medication?
All right, let's we'll have them get it.
Yeah.
My husband can get it.
Yeah.
Can you let her know? She's going to her police station in Freehold. Yes. Do you know their numbers?
Our parents?
Yeah.
Everything? Yeah.
Okay.
And they have my attorney's number now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I keep that with me as well, or
If you don't know
I
by
don't know
heart,
it. I don't know my attorney's phone number.
yeah, I will highly recommend for you to get it, because that way you
I
have
have a
that
piece
piece of
of-
paper.
We'll get it.
Yeah.
Where's it at? Where's the paper?
It's if you want my husband to get it, he knows where it is.
Yeah. Just tell him what to get. Go ahead, sir. No, you can come out.
It was pretty evident from Allison's demeanor that she was well prepared for her arrest. The criminal knew that she was in deep trouble and refused to leave the premises without her attorney's contact info.
I need the red paper that's taped to the cabinet that has my attorney's name and Pastor name, please. Do you have? I take every day for my heart. Do you know
We
what
can
that is?
throw that in one of them, right?
No, I don't,
That's-
I don't want to combine bets.
So,
It's a separate container. Can you
yeah.
get the baby aspirin as well? She just wants to.
We're gonna talk to the attorneys and stuff like that, and the Monmouth County prosecutors, and see what happens. We don't make the
next
decision.
step is.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
So about how long, like, would she stay in Freehold?
Excuse me, ma'am.
She's gonna
About how long?
We don't know. It's because of bail reform, we don't make that decision
definitely
anymore.
overnight.
Excuse me?
Definitely overnight.
Yeah.
Allison, where is the red paper?
Look at the cabinet where you just got the meds. There's 2 white pieces of paper with red crayon writing. Look straight ahead. Taped.
Al?
Nope.
Get my oxygen, please.
It's not that. I know.
You okay?
No.
Are you
no,
okay?
She's on full-time
Well,
oxygen.
I'm on oxygen all night long.
Okay. Okay. Are you? Do you need medical attention?
No.
No,
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this it?
Yes, that's right. That's my pastor.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to take? Okay. And you know the numbers if you need to call them?
My husband, yes.
Okay. Excellent. All right, so we're going to get going, okay? Like I said, we're going to process her. We don't make the decision because of bail reform. We only text the Hernandez batch 101, and you guys can,
She's going to Freehold. Wait a minute. What?
I didn't need to write down his number. I know his number. But.
Thank you. So
she'll call you later, okay?
Yeah, we'll let her make a call or two before.
Once everything was settled, the cops had no reason left to hold back and swooped in to enact the long-awaited justice.
Come this way, man.
Okay.
Oh, you know we don't have.
Oh, we need. Okay, sorry.
I got. Yeah, I'll stay with her here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you for not scaring my children.
They home?
They're in the they're in the basement. They're trying to go to sleep.
Okay.
I just put them to bed there. We just got back from dinner.
I'm just glad you weren't in bed sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many children do you have?
Just two.
Two?
Do you have anything sharp on you or anything like that? Because I'm going to pass you down before.
Just my glasses in my pocket.
Okay, do you mind if I just go into your pocket?
No, you're fine. Hands underneath like this.
No, it doesn't matter. As long as you're comfortable. If you want to put them on top of this one.
Something like that.
You good?
Where is the... I can't see anything. Does it connect to one of these?
Is there anything in the middle?
No, it's like the straps that come. Can I have that for a second?
Sure.
I'm sorry, man. Can you just scoot up? I don't see anything.
Can you go all the way across?
Yeah, wherever you
No, not you.
Oh.
No? No, that's not going to
Want
work.
me to move the other side?
Sure.
Because then we're going to need something in the middle.
Does it go into that at all? Here, give me that. Give me that blue one.
You guys got it?
Yeah, we're going to figure it out. Here, watch your glasses there. Give me that blue one. There's a spot right here.
Just watch your arm.
Good. You okay?
Is that alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just I try not to get things on my scar. Just
Yeah. Yeah, you got your hands in front. Do you want to just maybe hold it down like that? Good?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You good? Alright. Just step out, please. It's a little tight because the door won't go any further, but just come this way. Thank you. And that way. Straight forward. And to that right, and that door.
In the end, she was charged with 1 count of indecent acts with a person who was legally unable to give consent and constituting a risk to a person below 18. If you thought Allison was bad, well, wait until you meet Kayla, a disgusting pervert who made a local swimming pool her hunting ground for underage boys.
I don't know. I was just drowning, or I thought I was about to, and I grabbed that little boy, but I couldn't see underwater.
Where on his body did you touch?
On this side right here, like where your love handles are.
She's been running around calling kids like daddy and a whole bunch of other things.
On June the 30th, 2024, officers responded to a distress call from a group of concerned adults reporting a creepy lady caught touching 2 unsuspecting boys in a water park. Upon arrival, the officer could immediately tell that the suspect was hiding something and wasted no time in giving her a taste of the punishments to come.
Ma'am, have you turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Why?
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Why, sir?
Face this way. Your hands together. This guy with you?
No. Can I call my grandma?
How old are you?
28.
28?
Yes.
Okay, what's going on today?
Nothing.
Let me take you over in my vehicle real quick, okay?
Call my grandma.
Yeah, we'll call her in a sec. For you. We're one to
Oh, my grandma.
Okay, we'll give you a call. Hold on. Just sit right here, okay? I'll be back with you in a second.
Please, can I call my grandma?
We'll let you call her. Hold on, okay? Do you have any IDs on you or anything?
No,
Purse or anything?
my grandma.
Okay, hold on.
Once Kayla had been detained, the officers questioned some eyewitnesses to get a clearer picture of what had happened in the pool.
It's more like whenever they climb out the ladder, like when they're coming out the ladder, so like they both like, you know. Belly, and she like came down right after him. She like, as he was going down, she like grabbed his head and like pulled it, and then like tried to go down with him, but he got out, pulled it. Yeah, but she missed, but that's what she like pulled it. This is today.
Yeah, this is today.
Was she here yesterday as well?
Yes.
She comes in like doing the same thing. Not really the same thing. It's like she does stuff like borderline like weird, but it's like not enough where we can kick her out. But people like she's being weird, so we don't complain. So we can't really do anything about it. But it's enough for like everybody here to know who she is.
So she grabbed their butts. She attempted to grab one of their heads and put it in her crotch earlier today.
He was saying that she was touching him.
Lewd or indecent proposal to actually charge her. He was saying what?
He said that she kept grabbing in the crotch. That's what
trying to
No, he said that she actually did. Donnie did.
So look upon, touch, maul, or feel the body part, private parts of any child under 16 years of age in a lewd, religious manner by any accident to cover abuses and morality.
Okay. So we got 3 people that actually saw all this going on. So I'm just gonna have them start on with the statements.
After obtaining the witnesses' statements, the officers continued their investigation by interrogating Kayla herself. Scared of being arrested, the manipulative psycho tried to play the cops for fools and came up with the most ridiculous story.
So am I taken to jail?
We're going to take you over there and we're going to talk with you, okay? We'll give you a chance at the police department, okay? Do you have any belongings here?
No.
You don't have an ID?
They got stolen from me.
Today? When? Who do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, I'll be right with you in a second, okay?
Am I being arrested?
You're being detained right now, okay?
Am I going to be let go later?
It depends what we find out, okay? Because we'll take you back there and we'll talk to you, okay? Really good to talk.
You talk here.
Oh, okay. What was going on inside the pool?
I don't know. I was just drowning, or I thought I was about to, and I grabbed that little boy, but I couldn't see underwater.
One time?
Yeah, and that was it.
Okay, well there's multiple people saying they've seen you.
Where'd you grab him at?
Underneath the pool.
Okay. So you thought you were drowning, you grabbed the boy because you thought you were drowning.
Yeah.
Where on his body did you touch?
On this side right here, like where your love handles are.
Have you ever talked to them before?
No.
Ran into them before? Nothing? You never come up here to the pool and they've been sitting here? Okay. Well, we have multiple people saying that you were touching the boys inappropriately.
No.
What would lead them to think that?
I don't know.
Any other incident possibly?
No.
No,
Unless they were
nothing on
jealous
this.
I wasn't their girlfriend or something.
Nothing going on. Well, they're both young. They're both young. They were nothing when they were going up and down the slides. Any of that. You were never behind them, where it could have possibly led to a situation.
No.
Okay. All right. We'll be back to talk with you. Okay.
My grandma should be on her way. I don't know where she's at.
What does she drive?
A gray Dodge truck.
A gray Dodge truck. Okay. Do you have any medical conditions? Any mental health issues, conditions?
I don't know.
You don't have any diagnoses or anything? Okay. Put your foot back in there. I'll get back with you in a minute, okay?
Am I going to be taken to jail?
I'll let you know, okay? I'll let you know.
Minutes later, Kayla's grandma arrived and the officers filled her in on the situation. This exchange revealed some shocking info about the suspect's condition.
Hello, ma'am. You Kyla or Kayla's grandma?
Yes.
Okay. Does she have any mental health diagnosis? What is that?
It's just she's on a rehab type thing that she really hasn't been diagnosed with anything, but she used to do drugs back 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
And she's been on behavioral health.
Okay. Has she ever gotten in trouble in the past?
Yes, she has. She's on probation right now.
She is?
5 years, but it's supposed to end next month.
Who's her probation officer?
Well, she hasn't been supervised in a while. She only was supervised for the first time of probation, and she passed it.
Okay, gotcha.
What happened?
Okay, well, we got called up here. There's two young, probably 14-year-olds, saying that there was a lady up here that was touching them inappropriately and grabbing them and stuff like that.
Oh, no. No, she never.
So we came up here and they identified them. We talked to many of the lifeguards and they said they witnessed the stuff happening.
Oh, no.
Okay. So y'all don't have a contact for probation or anything?
No, she hasn't. She got through for the first year, and they just said she was going to be some supervisor.
What was she on probation for?
Just unauthorized use of a vehicle.
Oh, okay. 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 Well, we will. We do have her in our vehicle right now. But she told us that you were on your way up here, so we just wanted to make contact.
When does this happen?
Within the last 20 or 30 minutes.
What's going to happen now?
She'll be going to jail.
She's going to be charged. Touching on, inappropriately touching minors, doing lewd acts, stuff with minors, so definitely.
The thing is, it's not just the kids that say it, right? It's the adult lifeguards that saw it. They're also employees here. They cooperate. Multiple, not just one.
Well, why didn't they say something and make her leave and call me?
They've been telling her.
So whenever we got here, she was outside of the pool.
Because it's a felony. That's a very, very serious crime. It's a crime against children. We don't take this.
21, are you available for 1021? It's going to be the middle of the officer.
I know she called me and said she was ready to go, but I was running errands and I told her I was trying to
She said she was ready to go because she got confronted by lifeguards. That's why.
Okay.
This is just a charge. This isn't a conviction, okay? She's gonna have to go to court, and then we got multiple witnesses who said they saw this. Yeah, there's
with one particular person or
three separate lifeguards saw this with 2 other children that saw this. So it's not like some kids telling fairy tales, doing kid stuff. This is a very serious.
I can't believe she did that, because that's not like her to do that. I mean, she gets angry and
She's been running around calling kids like daddy and a whole bunch of other things. It's not like.
What? Then they should have stopped her not coming in if they had problems with her.
Right, I understand that. I'm not saying that, but I guess it hasn't been to this extent.
Right.
Until today. Whenever they saw it, they called us.
When the officers had gathered enough statements from the scene, they took Kayla to the station for an official investigation. There, the delusional suspect tried to play the victim and claimed that the underage boys were in fact the villains of the story.
So can you tell us kind of what happened at the pool?
We were just playing, and I don't know.
You and who were playing?
Me and those boys. We were just like playing around, and like sometimes he called me a but I didn't act like he didn't hear him, and then I just kind of took off and faded away from him. And then I don't know if he got like upset or mad at the other kid because showing too much like respect. Like I wasn't their girlfriend at the time. I know I don't have a straight face, but like I don't know what's wrong. Like I don't know what's wrong.
Why do you think he called you?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Was there anything that could have made him mad?
I don't know. I was just going down the slide.
With them?
Yeah, with them, and that was it.
Were they in front of you, or did y'all go down together on the slide?
Yeah, it was just like being there. It was just like being there, and if you wanted to pay attention to them, you pay attention.
Have you played with them in the past?
No, I've never seen them.
So today's the first time you've ever seen them?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you weren't going down the slide together or anything like that? Were y'all playing in the pool together, doing the lily pads or the basketball area? Mm-hmm. None of that?
No, they wanted me to play basketball with them earlier, but I didn't tell them anything, but there was like later off whenever he called me a but it was nothing.
Okay. Okay, how often do you go up to the water port?
In the summer?
Yeah, like do you go daily, weekly? You go a lot? You don't go very much? So, probably, like, how often do you think?
Maybe like every weekend.
Every weekend. Okay. So when's the last time you were there?
Yesterday.
You were there yesterday. Were the boys there yesterday as well?
I think so.
So you did see them yesterday too. Okay. Did you talk to them at all yesterday, or play with them, or any of that? No. You can't remember, or you didn't? Okay.
Yesterday, did the lifeguards ask you to keep your hands to yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
Why'd they ask you that?
For the same reason.
Which was?
I don't know. Like, leave people alone. I don't know.
So what were you doing when they asked you to leave or keep your hands to yourself?
Playing with somebody else.
Playing with somebody? Did they not want you playing with them, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
When you say playing, what do you mean by playing? Describe that to us.
Like following them.
Were you touching them?
No.
You take us back through the incident where you said you thought you were drowning.
Oh, I was underneath the water. That's whenever we went down the slide together.
So you
did go together?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, where were you sitting and where were they sitting? Were they behind you? Were they in front of you?
No, we weren't going down all together. We were just going down one at a time.
So you were taking turns?
Yeah.
Okay, so who went down first?
I did.
You did, and you thought you were drowning, and then they came?
Yeah. And I was just like grabbing them underneath the water or like trying to get up and come up for breath.
Okay, how deep is it there? Do you know? No. Okay, so they were coming down behind you?
And I was just like afraid for them to come real fast and hit me or kick me, so I was ended up pushing the water, like splashing, like trying to hurry up and get up. That's all I was doing.
Okay.
Like I was afraid that they were gonna come and hit me in my back or like trying to hurry up and move.
Okay. Now where did you said you were reaching and grabbing, where did you grab them at?
From their love handles, like whenever they were just running.
It was both of them?
Which one?
Just the tall boy, but that was yesterday.
Okay. So what happened today?
It was the same reason.
Same thing happened today?
I think, but I didn't mean to. Like, grab him. I don't know why he went to go tell on me. Like, I guess he was just being entitled to let me know.
Okay.
Because I didn't grab him or touch him or nothing.
Okay. So the same incident happened 2 days in a row. You thought you were drowning yesterday and today?
You know, it was just playing around, but I think the reason why he told me, because I wasn't playing basketball with him, why he called me because I wasn't playing basketball with him.
Kayla was a freak of nature, but she had an impressive talent for conjuring absurd stories. With each question, being a predator who was probably used to getting away with her actions, she kept churning lie after lie. But the statements from multiple eyewitnesses proved to be her undoing.
Were they at the pool when you got there today?
Yeah.
They were. Okay. Can you think of any other incident that you possibly grabbed or you thought you were drowning or any of that?
No.
So why would the lifeguards believe that you were grabbing the boys? Because that's what they said. You said they saw it. What would lead them to believe that? You know,
Favoritism, I don't know.
Well, it wasn't just one, it was multiple. There's multiple people that witnessed you possibly grabbing the boys inappropriately. You don't know any scenario that would lead them to believe that at all.
When you say you don't go there very frequently, they know you there though, the lifeguards do. They said they know you. You used to take a teddy bear down there?
No.
That's not you?
No.
Okay. Maybe they got you confused.
Have you ever been in trouble at the pool before?
No.
Why were you outside when we did that? Did the lifeguards?
He told me that I had 20 minutes to sit out or it was about to get ready to close and I was just like, okay, I'm going to get ready to leave. And he just said, okay, we leave. But I came to find out.
Who was he?
The one that you were talking to. The
lifeguard?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then he told me, I come to find out that I got my bag stolen from me right then and there. And I was just standing outside waiting for my ride to come. because I called my ride like 3 times before I guess y'all had showed up.
At this point, the detectives were done with Kayla's cunning responses and decided to take her where criminals who exploit kids belong.
If nobody bonds you out, you'll stay there till your court date.
Where you out? On my court date?
I don't know, that's gonna be, I'm not a judge, so I can't do that.
So will I make bail as soon as I walk in?
Do I?
Will I make bail as soon as I walk in?
So they'll tell you how much your the bond is, and whenever you make a phone call, you can tell them to bond you. And if they can make it up here and pay that, you can be bonded out. But if they cannot, then you stay till your court date and then see what the arrangements are for that. Okay?
Alright, I need your right index finger on the light. Right? Yes. Now your left. Do you have a job, ma'am? Do you have children? Highest level of education? What was it?
What's the highest level of education you've had?
I graduated.
High school?
In the end, she was charged with 2 counts of indecent acts with an underage person. Up next is the case of Rebecca, a disgusting predator who groomed not 1 but 2 teenage boys and even got pregnant as a result.
You are under arrest at the moment on suspicion of activity with a child. You will be given obviously your chance to say everything at the station, but obviously for the time being you're under arrest.
On October the 18th, 2021, officers received reports of an alleged sordid relationship between a teacher and her students. Upon investigation, the officers discovered the 30-year-old sicko had exploited her position of authority and engaged in obscene activities with the minors. Armed with multiple pieces of evidence, including surveillance footage of the teacher and a student visiting a store as a couple, the cops moved to make an official arrest.
Hi, you're looking for Rebecca?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, we're going to come in for a second.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much you know what's going on, but my colleague's just got something that you
So obviously, given what's happened, I know you've been sent home from school today, so you are under arrest at the moment on suspicion of activity with a child. You do not have to say anything, but it may hang your defence if you do not mention one question, something which you later provide in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
How's it gone so far since?
So
the necessity for the arrest is obviously to protect the vulnerable and for prompt and effective investigation. So obviously you are under caution. You will be given obviously your chance to say everything at the station, but obviously for the time being you're under arrest. So.
In the end, she was charged with 6 counts of immoral misconduct with a person legally unable to give consent.